Welcome back, you guys. Episode 3. This literally like is our personalities.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm always vibrant in a color.
Yeah.
And she's always comfy. So
Yeah, genuinely. This is me. This is me.
oh my goodness.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Cyndi, and this is Mom's the Word, where Mom knows best.
Or at least she is trying her best.
We are trying
Her best. Today I'm excited.
I know.
This has been requested a lot.
Yes, it has.
A lot. These are our top 10 favorite products for our children
Yes.
/ babies.
Yes. So these are the things that are worth spending the money on.
Yep. In our opinion.
I have used and had so many baby products. It is mind-blowing, okay? Mm-hmm. So our lists are a little different and a couple things the same. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to jump right into it.
Absolutely.
So here's what I'll tell you, okay?
I'm videoing for behind the scenes.
She's crazy. Okay, so we both have our little list here. So I'm going to jump right in here and tell you guys what my number... Well, okay, it's not going to say number one because all of them are amazing. But the one thing that I have had over the last 2 years that has just been something that I would tell every large family to get, it is a wagon. Now, specifically, I have a Keen's wagon. I love them. Keen's all day, every day. I used to have a Wonderfold, but I don't have anymore. And that's that. Keen's for 4x4 wagon. No tea. Just hi Keens. Anyway, so I highly recommend it. I have the 4x4 wagon. I know Paige does as well.
Yep.
I know Jay does as well. And to me, it is a comfortable place for your kiddos to be. I have brought it to baseball games, taken the seats out, made it into a pack and play. My kids have napped in it. It is to me the most easiest way to transport multiple kids. And I've had 4 at a time. And so it is really easy to use. I can use a car seat in there, and it is a splurge item.
Yes.
But if you have a lot of kids, you're going to use it. You're already going to need a double stroller. And so I just absolutely love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot. I mean, and having a wagon's nice, especially when we went to State Fair.
Yes.
Just having it so nice.
Yes.
It's just so nice.
And it's big, right?
Yeah.
But it fits in my car the same way a double stroller does. And fits in stores like a double stroller would. So I highly recommend that.
That's one of your faves.
That is one of my faves.
Mine, I am gonna say this is number 1 for me. This to me, and it's for me. Every mom is different.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is different. I don't know that it would even be on your list, but for me, Owlet. The Owlet sock that monitors a baby's heart rate and oxygen. I had such horrible postpartum anxiety,
Right.
especially with Boston, to the point that I couldn't even put him down in the swing when we got home because I would just be like, is he breathing? Is he okay? And there was a while there where if I was not holding him, the Owlet sock was on him.
Right.
Because it just gave me peace of mind. And I don't know that in those first couple of months of having my son that I could have gone to sleep and rested without that
peace of mind.
Yeah, because I just couldn't fully, and still couldn't fully fall asleep.
Yeah.
Still that, you're not in that full REM
Right.
sleep.
A lot of moms
I'm
have that
still
anxiety.
listening.
Like,
yes.
put your ear on them.
Yes, and I think
Yeah.
that SIDS is so scary.
Yes, it
and
is.
It's just so unknown. And then if they can roll over, there's just so many different factors. The blankets in the bed.
Use it a long time.
I'm still using
Still using it?
I'm still using it on Juliet for sure. I want to say that we used it till he was about 18 months old.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, for me, it just was priceless.
Right.
It was genuinely priceless. And whenever I see a new mom, if there's somebody that I'm very close to and I'm willing to splurge that type of money on, I'll typically gift an Owlet because it's just that peace of mind was priceless for me.
It is an amazing product. And I have used it. I've used it with Itty Bitty Girl. Actually, I've used it with Fox. It's not on my top because I don't use it as long as she does.
Yeah.
So I'll use it the first 2 months when they're fresh, brand new. But I don't use it as long. But it is an amazing product as well.
Yeah.
If you have anxiety, just that peace of mind, just a little bit helps you. Now, I can't tell you it could create more anxiety because sometimes it goes off and it has scared the heck out of me. But it is definitely something that helps.
I think that was a major thing for me is sometimes the app would close down.
Yeah.
Because it is still an app, so they do still have bugs. They have issues that run. And I can remember one evening whenever it was down, I was like, I can't go to sleep. I can't do it. And I was just sitting there refreshing the app, like, when is it going to work? When is it going to work? So it can be, a double-edged sword in that sense. But the peace that it's brought me was priceless.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so number 2 that I'm pretty sure I know Paige probably has it on hers because we've discussed it before is the Hatch baby sound machine or just Hatch sound machine in general. I have a big one in my room and we have one in each of the kids' rooms.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It is the best sound machine I've ever
I
had.
have one too. It is on my list.
It is on our list.
Yeah.
So we have one in our room. I have the one that like the sun goes down in our room.
Yes, me
and
too.
then I have it for the kids in both the kids' rooms. And
You're white noise, aren't you?
so Bear is ocean and Fox is white noise. In my room, I'm white noise.
I'm rain.
Rain.
All the time. I am a rain.
I've never tried to
or
change, though,
thunderstorm
so.
girl. That is my bread and butter.
I've never even tried to change because we've had a newborn in our room so often. It's always white noise. So
Yeah.
I need that rainy trench warfare.
Yeah, me too. And you know what? Juliet doesn't like it either. Both my children prefer rain.
Oh, that's nice.
Over white noise.
I guess I've never even tried to change anybody's, if I'm being honest with you. I've just, like, Bear was always ocean. So I'm like, that's
what you are.
Like, I remember taking him to the beach for the first time and he was like, out because of that sound machine. And so that is like a high one on me.
Do you do the colors? Because obviously it offers colors. Do you do a color?
Yeah. So Bear chooses his color. Fox is just white. So if I have to go in there, it's bright enough for me to like see. It's kind of on a table next to his crib.
Right.
So I can see in there. Yeah.
I don't, because for me personally, I need it black to
Oh.
go to sleep. Like totally black with just the rain and cold. And I'm like, fan on it. I'm like cuddled up under.
She's creating an atmosphere.
Exactly. Now, Boston's is blue because they say that blue light
Theirs is blue.
is healing or something. Maybe it's red. Maybe I'm tripping. Is it red?
Red is definitely, I don't know.
I don't know.
Blue's good too.
Yeah, it's one of the colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I love it. I
So
love that machine.
I think that like I put it on in my room. I can't be dark is because like I have to get up to make a bottle and I don't want to turn a light on. So if that light's already there, the babies get used to it for me.
Yeah.
Because like I don't just pop them on a boob. I have to like get up, go make a bottle, make it warm. So goodness. So that's on both of our list.
I'll just whop a titty out.
Exactly. I did with Bear, but now I'm like, But yeah, that is a must for me. Like
Yeah.
it even calms me now that I've had it for so many
It
years.
doesn't have to be a hatch either because they can be quite expensive.
Yeah, they can.
In comparison to other.
I've just had a lot, and the hatches last the longest.
They do, and I like that they're app controlled. I do like that, as well as I like that you can schedule it.
Yeah.
Mine comes
Oh,
on
yes.
every night at 9 p.m. and I'm like, it's bedtime.
Yeah, and you have to use it a long time, so it has to last. So to me, it was like a quality. We've had a ton, and then we finally switched to the hatch, and it has been the best. To add on to that is the portable hatch. So like my kids nap in the car, like on like road trips. I have the small portable hatch, or any car sound machine is important for us. I just attach it to the car seat, and my kids are out like a light. They're trained like they hear that sound machine on, they're sleeping. So I have the portable also. So that was on. That was like plus with my sound machine.
Very nice.
Alrighty.
Zipper onesies.
Oh my God! Preach.
Zippers.
Preach.
Not buttons. Not buttons.
Don't buy
Double.
anybody button jammies.
Please, for the love of God. It is so hard to wrestle your baby and snap 30 different buttons. It is so difficult. It's not even funny. And you know what? If you can, get the double zippers. Because the ones that unzip from the bottom so that you can just change them instead of having to totally undress them, that's the
They
way
don't
to
gotta
go.
get cold up top.
Yes, that is the way to go. The zippers, they are
They are.
superior.
They
They're
are superior.
worth the extra. It's just so much easier. And you don't realize it, but like, time is money.
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
you're trying to
Yeah.
change that baby.
And as they get older, the more you need a zipper.
Yeah,
Like, don't get me wrong.
absolutely.
As a newborn, like, you can take your time and snap sometimes. No way.
I love the gowns on a
Oh
newborn
my
too that you can
gosh.
just throw
Yes.
them up.
That's not on my
change
list,
them
but
at
that is an
bottom.
amazing one.
Yep. For the first, only really for like the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Though, because then they get in the way.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zippers are a big one.
Yes. Okay, my next top product is a nose Frida. So I prefer the nose
one
Frida over the sucker. I have had both. Okay, there's that reaction for moms. I have had both. I've had the one that you suck. I actually use both right now. I have a handheld one, and then I have the nose Frida where you suck it out. The one you suck out, guys, works better. I'm sorry, it does. It gets way up in there, and you can like get that thing out. I'm telling you, she's grossed out. But
I would literally go.
no,
There's
it
no-
doesn't come to your mouth.
No way.
But I'm telling you, like you can create a seal on it better. And I have the other one, like in the car, because itty bitty will spit up a little and it comes in her nose. So I'll just clear her nose real quick with the automatic one. But no, the nose Frida's where it's at.
You're talking about the handheld automatic, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have both of
on
those.
my list is a Dr. Nosebot, and I'll tell you the difference. I've
That
probably
one's
bought
fancy, though.
3 of those portable
They don't
little
last.
battery ones. They don't last.
Yeah, they don't
and they
last.
get gunky and disgusting, and there's no way I'm putting that in my kid's nose. But again, I can't do that sucker thing
Yeah,
because
it
I will
does.
gag 100% of the time. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to keep buying these, I'm going to invest in a really good one. So on Amazon, I found a Dr. Nosebot. It's created by an ENT, and he made a suctioner that is machine operated. You charge it, and it is basically as close to a medical grade
You show me that.
suction
It is really
that
nice.
you can possibly get. It has a filter. It also has 2 little spaces on the actual nose thing that I put my fingers into. That way I can just get up in there and suck it out, and it just goes.
I'll have to
within
watch her use it because
seconds.
I'm intrigued. I've had so many kids now that I'm like, I don't need that, but I would like to see it because
It works wonders. We even use it on Boston.
yeah,
and
I would
whenever
love
he
to.
was sick,
When I go over there, I'm gonna have to watch you use it.
that thick, you know what I'm talking about. That
them
thick
handheld ones don't.
green nastiness. It just don't suck out them big ones.
Mm-hmm.
It just don't get the big boogies. This one did, and it's been. It was an investment. It's over $100. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you guys. It was an investment, but it is. It's
She's used it for a
so
while,
good.
right?
Yeah, I've been using it forever.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
2 options here.
Yeah, and I honestly, I probably would have bought the little automatic handheld ones. They're $30-$40
Yeah,
each. So
yeah.
at that point, if I've bought 3, I've already bought a Dr. Nosebot.
That's true. That's
So
true.
I think that for me, that's the way to go. As well as I like being able to see that stuff come out.
That's why
comes
the
out
nose
into a
freed up.
thing. Yeah, and I can see it.
I'm grossing everybody out. You guys at work, guys, when you have kids, you do not care. I've seen a mom suck her baby's nose. I would never do that.
I would.
But
Which makes no
you
fucking
better
sense.
be for real
If
right
they
now.
were in need,
You would
I
suck
would
their
do-
nose instead of using a thing?
if they were in immediate need,
Well,
hell
we
yeah.
all would. But you're telling me you
yeah.
won't use a little device?
No, that'll make me gag.
She,
Hey, I have a question.
I
now
had
that
their
we're on-
boogers in my mouth. I'm going to vomit. What?
I never thought I'd be the mom to like catch puke in her hands, but I will.
Oh, I will.
I will catch puke in my hands so fast so it don't hit the carpet.
Anyways, guys. She will suck the nose, but will not use a nose free.
in emergency
cracking me
situations, I would go for it. On an everyday thing,
Would you use a nose Frida in an emergency situation?
no, I would use my mouth.
What?
Because who has time to set that shit up? Who has time to
In a
connect
hypothetical
that
world where you
hose?
have a choice that
It
has
is
no
not
detriment,
hard.
you can
It
either
stays
suck the nose
connected.
or use a nose Frida.
I would use a nose Frida.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right.
It
I'm not
stays
crazy.
connected.
Come on now. I'm not.
I'm gonna be at her house tomorrow. I'm gonna bring my nose free and show her.
I have one.
Show her what's that.
I have one.
I'm just doing that on purpose
It's
now.
literally making my
Anyway,
body.
go to
hot.
your next one so we can get off of this
No, I
topic.
have a question. I have a question
what,
that
what,
brings us to the things we would do for our children because there's a video going around where they ask moms, "Would you kill for your child?"
Bam!
And
Dead. It wouldn't even be a question. This is not a question.
people were like, "No."
Lock
I'm
me
like,
up.
Are you kidding me? Without a second thought, without hesitation, I'd enjoy it if you did something to my
my
child.
child?
Yeah, if you did something to my child, I am the ultimate protector in that sense. Like,
Lock me up and let them call me because I'm going. Yeah. I like to believe maybe they thought like, I'm on camera, so I'm going to say no. Because absolutely not.
yeah,
Okay.
on camera, on site.
All right, what's your next one? Our must-have baby product, Paige, number 4.
I really love the Duna car seat.
That's a
really,
controversial
really love it.
one.
It is, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
It is so much easier to take that child out of the vehicle and just immediately pop them into the stroller than to have to remove and put into the stroller. And all. There's just so many different things. And I've done both. I've done both. They're both functional. They both work. Whatever works for you. For me, that Duna was so good in the first couple of months. I mean, we're about to grow out of it.
Yeah.
We're growing out of it, which is so sad because it's like it's my last, baby. So that it does make me a little sad, but it was worth every penny.
So I have a Duna as well, and I've had a lot of strollers. It's not on my list because I do not think it's a necessity because if you're a one-time first parent, hell yeah, get that thing. Because you only have your one child. For me, I have a lot of kids, so now I have to pull out another stroller.
Yeah.
So like it's not realistic for bigger families unless your baby like little. So like Ben's kids are all bigger on their own. So if they had a newborn, a Duna would be great. That's your only stroller you got. And same for Paige. She had Boston was a little older. But for me, if you can't afford that $500 price tag, it is not a necessity. Another car seat's going to be just as fine. If I'm being honest with y'all. It is a glorious thing. Like we took it on the airplane. We've taken it all over the place. I thought it's the easiest thing. I still use it to this day. but to me, it was not. It's not necessary, but
Not necessary, but just something I really love.
it is easy. Any first-time parent, I recommend it.
Yeah.
I'm like, heck yeah. And they can only stay in it. This is another thing about like people don't love it is because they can only stay in it until they're about 8, 9 months.
Yeah.
I had to move Fox out of it by 8 months old. He couldn't do it no more. His feet hung off of it.
Yep, that's
and
what's going on with Juliet.
they get
She's
too long.
around.
And so you can't use it for a full year. You just can't. And so that's a downfall. You're like paying a lot of money. And so it is great. Jeez, it is great. But to me, it's not realistic for every kid. Like if I was to get another one,
And I agree. Like if Boston had been in a stroller, I would have been like, we have to have a double stroller. There's no reason.
Yes.
He walks beside us and pushes it and feels like, he's part of it.
Yeah.
So it's just easier for having just her
Yeah.
in there. But yeah,
But it
no
is
way,
convenient.
if you have multiple strollers, could you do that?
and
No
it's
way.
lightweight. So
It is
I can talk
lightweight.
highly of it, but I just think in the long run, I don't know.
What's yours?
Okay, so number 4, I have IKEA high chair. Now this sounds crazy, y'all. I have had 20 high chairs, probably not 20, but probably 10. IKEA high chair is the cheapest one, the easiest one to clean. It's lightweight. That's the one everybody should get.
Everybody goes for the fancy high chairs, the ones that look
Hard to
aesthetic
clean.
and beautiful. They're so hard to clean, and the cloth gets dirty, and it's disgusting. They're eating in it, and they're learning to eat in it. They're not going to be pristine. They're going to be messy, especially if you do baby led weaning.
Yeah.
We're doing that right now. Yogurt everywhere.
Yeah.
Disgusting. It's
It's
awful.
just like these. It's all plastic. You can spray it outside with a hose, even if it gets like stuck on. But to me, like I've had so many that, hands down, that's the one everybody should get. And then people want to talk about like your feet hang. Well, you can add the adapter, which we did. It's like $15 online.
a little
And
footstool.
yeah, it's the best one, y'all. Don't waste your money on the $300 high chair.
Oh no!
just don't.
Heck no, don't do that. Especially because it's gonna get dirty.
Yes.
It's gonna get dirty. And I have one that's cloth. It's like a double cloth one. I have the Maxi Cozy, and I love it because it's pink and it's beautiful. And I wanted it because it's pink, and I have all boys, so I was excited to get one that was girlier. But I will say. It gets dirty. I have to wash the cloths at least once every 2 days because I don't want her sitting in dried up, crusty food. So, yeah, it can be a pain in the arse if you get a cloth one.
Right.
I would agree with that. Ooh, for me, portable video camera. And this kind of goes back to the outlet thing. For Boston, I had the outlet that had the camera with it, and the app would stall. And when the app was down, you couldn't see, as well as if you were out of Wi-Fi reach, you couldn't see. And that would just drive me insane, especially if like me and my husband were in the other room and I was that helicopter mom that needed to see him breathing and needed to see what was going on. If I couldn't see him, I would start to panic. So I got one that reaches so far, right? And it was one that I could handheld. So like Mark and I had a hot tub, and I would go out sit in the hot tub, and I would have my little camera right there.
Oh, yeah.
So like I'm still seeing it, I can still hear,
For
and
sure.
I can listen and everything, and that was just such a relief for me to be able to, even in the shower, to set it on the shower stall so I can see. And I'm not checking my phone, but I can see him
I second this.
through that.
I
It's
second
just such a peace of mind.
First of all, when it's on your phone, like you have to utilize your phone for other things, especially because there's no house phones anymore if you need it in case of emergency. But second of all, I've heard of too many people's thing getting hacked and people talking through their camera when it's on their Wi-Fi. That's terrifying to me, guys. And so to me, I found the cheap one on Amazon. Same thing. It's just a monitor, video monitor. Makes it easy. That's all you need.
Terrifying.
Yeah, they'd be like in the thing talking because they can hack your Wi-Fi and talk to your babies. Absolutely not. Could you imagine on the monitor at night
This
you
goes
like
back
hear?
to the would you kill for your kids.
Yeah. Could you imagine on your monitor like talking? There's videos of it. Absolutely not.
No, my husband would be like, "Who are you?"
Yes.
We would go Liam Neeson so fast.
Yes.
I will find you.
No. Okay, my next one I have is a rocker in your nursery. So like this is crucial for me because I can't co-sleep. I am a foster parent. I also did not co-sleep with Bear. I was terrified. But to me, being in the room, I sleep trained all my kids by like 5-6 months, and so I love bonding in that chair, rocking in the middle of the night, feeding in that chair. So to me, a rocker's so important. You can spend so much time. Even now, I sit there and read like chapter books to the kids as they're like playing in the room. And so to me, like a lot of people are saying no changing table and stuff, but to me, a chair's like, I don't know, you can just sit and cuddle and like, I love it.
Yeah, I agree. The changing table seems
Meh. Not a lot of people use it. They just pop them on the ground, the couch. Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of change them wherever you can. I'm certainly not walking all the way to the room.
But I
just to
love
put
a
'em on
rocker. I will have a good rocker.
that. Yeah. Do you have an electric rocker or just like a traditional old school rocker? Because I have one that has like a USB.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, mine has like a
Electric rocker.
Mine's a recliner. So
Mine's a recliner.
I can press
Motorized?
It. Yeah, and it motorizes.
Oh,
and it
no,
comes up,
mine-
and it also has a port for me to charge my phone in it.
No, well, I've had mine for I think 2 years now, and no, I just kick mine back. I love it though.
Magic ink markers. This shit right here saved my life. I do have a child who's on the spectrum, and he loves to color.
Those
and
are amazing.
He does not typically think paper is his only canvas. So for a while there, it was every wall, it was every crevice, it was himself, it was all sorts of stuff. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to steal the joy of his coloring away from him, but I also cannot magic eraser these walls all day long. So we went to Target actually, and in their dollar section, they had this little book, and it was a magic ink marker, and it just used one, and it colored the whole thing. And I was like, well, this is really cool. Well, then I found a whole darn section that has them where they're also color coded. So like instead of just having one marker, it's a red, a blue, a green, and a yellow, and it only paints that color. But if you go to do it on a wall, it does nothing. There is no color there. It goes the same for washable markers if you're not like wanting to splurge on the color ink ones, or the magic ink ones. They also have the same. They have washable ones, but for me, the magic erase was just so nice.
Yeah, and now I've seen, which I don't know if you've seen, the paint ones.
Yes.
They can dip their finger.
Yes,
Amazing.
it's so cool.
I'm like shook by it.
It's also just magic.
Yes,
it
is
really
so
is.
amazing.
It's so magical because
Yes.
to them it looks clear, and then it paints a color. It's to me that's just so cool, and it really did
is
help
really
my
cool.
stress a lot because I was already cleaning so much.
Yes.
And the last thing I want to do is turn around the corner and be like, "He's being so good. He's coloring on the wall,
Yes.
on his hands, everywhere. His face."
I do love those though.
Yeah, they're so good. They've, and the things you find out about in motherhood.
I know.
I didn't know it existed, but finding it was top tier. As well as, I really loved it because they also have those little books in the dollar section. I'll just go grab Boston one, and he'll color
those are
and stay
awesome.
completely entertained. Without
Those in
a
the water
tablet.
wow books.
Yes, without a tablet, without anything, throughout the store. He's just sitting there coloring. So,
Yep. I do love those.
That one
That's a good
rocks
one.
for me.
Okay, so the next thing I have that, like, to me, as soon as you're pregnant and you're going to have a baby, a thermometer and a good one. I can't tell you about cheap ones. They did not last.
Yeah.
That's a simple one, plain and simple. For your first aid kit box, get a thermometer and a
Do you
nose
do
Frida.
traditional one or a scanner one?
I have both. So,
I feel like I use the scanner one more often unless there is a high fever, and then I'll use the actual thermometer.
yeah, I probably like quickly do the other one, and then I track with the armpit one.
And your armpit lady? You like to do it in the pit?
Where are you doing it at?
My mom is an RN, so
Butthole?
rectal. Yeah.
I mean, if they're little, but
when
Barry
they're
ain't letting me
really
stick
little,
no thermometer up his butt.
Right. It is the most accurate. They do say that is the most accurate reading you can get on a child that's
No, I
under the age
agree.
of 2.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. I don't know. I'm just gonna knock on
Ben's
when my kids
face.
stay healthy. And
Ben is like, awesome.
anyways, that was a simple one on mine. Yeah.
Let's see, next one, car mirror. I like being able to have the mirror that reflects into my rear view, so that whenever I look up in my rear view mirror, I can see my baby. I can see what they're doing. I can see her face is not covered by her bow because mine loves to pull her bow down in her face. I can see, and she can also see me. So like if I'm in the passenger seat and I turn around, she can see me in the mirror, and we, hi, and she doesn't feel so alone anymore. It just gave me peace of mind. I can remember going home from the hospital with Boston. We were an hour away because I had an OBGYN in my small town I preferred to go to, and putting him in the car, I was like, Mark, the car's shaking too much.
my
Like
God.
it's
That
just
first
we're doing
ride
too
home
much.
with your
His
first
head
baby?
is bouncing so hard, and so
gosh.
it just gave me so much
Oh, yeah.
anxiety. So having that car mirror, being able to see him breathe, being able to see him, period, was just so much better. Because otherwise, my ass was climbing in the back seat to stare at him, and I get motion sickness really bad. So it was like, okay, we're gonna vomit, but I'm gonna be able to see my kid. So
I love that that's on your list because I wouldn't even thought about putting that on mine. So I used to have them, guys. I don't have them no more.
they have video.
Once they
camera
start
ones.
kicking them and that thing falls off, I'm not putting it back on. I said, forget about it.
True,
Fox kicked that thing. He said, I don't want this thing here. And now my minivan has the one that like pops down and I can just like see everybody. But like, yeah, once they kick it, Juliet must be sweet.
Yeah, well, she's a kicker, but she can't quite reach it yet.
Yeah.
The video camera ones to me are not worth the money because you have to like hook them up through the wire.
I don't think it's worth
inside
the
of
money
your
either.
vehicle.
They're
And
cool, but
they're cool, but
not worth
I
the
just
splurge.
don't think they're worth the splurge. Personally, I would just go with the mirror.
Right.
Does the same thing.
Okay, so my next must-have is sleep sacks and swaddles. So I am a safe sleep queen. Didn't put nothing in the bed with them kids. So sleep sacks are really important to me because I think we keep our house relatively not necessarily cold, but on the colder side. And so like I just get together, gonna be cold all night. So I will invest in some nice sleep sacks. I will swaddle. I've had a lot of babies come, with different traumas that I've had to handle. And so swaddles have been amazing and sleep sacks have been amazing as a comfort thing. And when kids come into care, I feel like sometimes when they're little, like 8 months old, a sleep sack will make them warm and cuddly. And I just think it's something nice to have for your kiddos.
I do love a sleep sack. I dislike a weighted sleep
Oh,
sack.
no way.
So
I think those are discontinued.
Very, very bad situation.
I think they're
with
discontinued
Boston
now.
Once where his outlet was going off, that his oxygen was too low, and it was like in the high 80s, and I was like, "What is going on?" Because I was watching him, and he was breathing, and he was fine, and he had on a weighted one, and I flipped the weight off of his chest, and he jumped back up to 99, and he was fine.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I
pretty
was just
sure.
like, we're
I'm
out
pretty
of
sure
this.
you can't get you if you do see them, you can't use them. Or I'm sure some people do, but I think they're
I
discontinued.
threw it away so fast.
Yeah, because of that reason. Yeah.
It terrified me. And there were people who were like, well, maybe there was something else going on. And I was like, or maybe it resolved the second I took the sack
Literally.
off of him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could be pulling it out of my ass here, but I only changed one thing,
Yeah.
and then he was fine. So
Yeah.
to me, the weighted one is a no-no.
And I sleep sack for a long time because blankets can get on kids really easily.
Yeah,
and
I'm
that's
not
terrifying.
No blanket in the
No.
crib for me.
Absolutely
Even
not.
Boston
No
is
bumpers
4.
or anything for
No,
me.
Yeah, none of that. Boston's 4, and he's just now got like his first comforter in the last year. So
Aw.
yeah,
I think I waited till Bear was 2, and then I felt like he was more capable of it.
he
But
had a small blankie, but he also just went to a twin bed. We were
true.
in the toddler bed for a long
Yeah.
time. God, that transition from the crib to the toddler bed was so hard because then he could get up and leave. He was like, "I'm coming to your room, Mom. What do you mean you can't trap me in here? I can get right back up." So,
it is a hard transition. All right, what's next on your list?
I know you're gonna agree with this one.
Okay.
The diaper cream spatula.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
You know how many butts I gotta wipe?
You ever got
Oh
diaper cream
my.
in your fingernails? Disgusting. It does something to my sensory.
And it honestly goes on better too.
it does.
Like you can get all the way up in that thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so nice.
You don't got to stick your finger in the tub because I always buy the big
Yes,
tub.
Me too. I got that
Oh,
big
preach. That is a good
Bordeaux
one.
tub. That's another thing.
The Dollar Tree has a mini one for your diaper bag. Y'all go get that
Yes.
one.
Yeah, I have one in
I
my
have
diaper
the
bag, and I have one
on
next
the chain
to the-
table.
Yep.
Yep. All right, guys, we are back.
We had to bring Jay in.
Yes, because he has a list of products as well. He has been a daddy to a lot of kids too.
Welcome to Jay's Corner. What you got for us, Jay? Give us yours.
I think one of the ones for me, just thinking of my toddlers, is the thermos cup.
Oh.
So it took me a long time. I had multiple cups for my kids, but the one thing that I was finding is that most cups have so many plastic seals that you have to take out, and if you don't, you will get mold. And so I used to have these cups. I don't remember the brand, but one time I didn't know that they came off, and I took it off, and there was
You
so
hear
much
that a lot.
mold.
Like people find mold.
It
in
was
it.
horrible. It was so much mold, and I was like, "What in the world is this?" And I got freaked out because I used to soak them like in bleach,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have them in there, and I thought it was good. And then one time I was like, "Does this come off?" And then it did. I was like, so I started looking for cups.
Traumatized.
Yes, I started like researching,
I
and so
used
I
to love
found
those.
the thermos
with
cups.
the pop top on it.
Yes,
I used to
and
love them
it-
until I got the Stanley. I'm
it-
sorry.
oh, excuse
Bear
me.
loves his Stanley. I told you to buy your kids all
I know
Stanleys.
Yeah.
she did, but
He
for
said, but I
$30.
got 5 kids. I have 5 kids.
I have 5 kids, that'd be like $150. But the thermos cups, I think they're like $20. They come in different colors. So with the thermos cup, it only has 2 pieces. So it's one big plug that plugs into the cup, and then the straw, and that's it.
Yeah, easy
And
to
so
clean.
that's what I felt is the easiest. And so we got the kids' cups, and those have been game changers.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have mold in your kids' cups.
No, you need a
disgusting.
good cup.
absolutely
It's
not.
horrible.
And people are like, they have opinions on cups.
Oh yeah.
Everyone has their favorite cup.
Yes, yes.
But-
People are very opinionated
Yeah.
about the cups that they give themselves
sure.
and their children. Did you see? There's a sticker that says "Yell Nats" for the Stanley. It says Stanley Yell Nats. I'm a big
From Holes. I
Holes
loved
girly.
Holes.
I'm a big Holes girly.
I
We read it in
loved
like
it.
4th grade, and then the movie came out with Shia LaBeouf
So
after it.
good.
I was
I don't know what you're
obsessed.
talking about.
The movie Holes.
Excuse
Don't
me.
I've never
miss
seen
Holes.
that. I've
So
seen
that's
it, but
what we're watching
I
tomorrow
know
for
what
my
the movie is, but I've
birthday.
never seen it.
We're watching Holes.
Dig them holes. I had the
Digging
soundtrack
up them
of
holes,
those.
home.
Yeah.
Digging up them holes.
It's a classic. It's a great movie.
It's
Yeah.
a great
I've
movie.
never seen
All right, what else you got, Jay?
There's a taco party going
Well,
on
I know that you
behind us.
talked, right? It smells delicious.
It
I know
smells
you
so
talked
good.
about high chairs, and I don't know how much the IKEA one is, but we use the Ingenuity, and it's a 3-in-1 high chair. And so ours, literally, we've had it the whole time, our kids. So like when they were like super little, it supported them, and then it's actually where you can take it off and put it on a chair.
Okay.
And then the third piece is where you take everything off, and it's kind of like one of those chairs that you can just fit in your table.
Oh.
Yeah, and so it's really nice. So now my kids are at the point where they have nothing. It's just a chair, and it has a little buckle, and they're safe. And I thought that has been the most cost effective because they're only like $100.
And it's been able to grow with them.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it grows
IKEA
with
does
them,
it.
and then that way it is a one-time purchase.
Yeah.
Because it's like sometimes there's things that you just can't, like, so like y'all talked about the rockers.
Mm-hmm.
So we splurged and got a Mamaroo. And those are like $250.
We got the Snoo for Boston, the one that rocks automatically.
Oh, really?
And it's like $7. It was
Well-
like $1,400. Crazy. Yeah. Talk about being a first-time mom and being like, we have to have it.
That's how I was with the Mamaroo, but
We
we
did
had
not
so
get
many
it.
babies. We've had literally like
Yeah.
a lot of babies.
Yeah.
That I was like, we're gonna use this, but ours was connected to our phone. It had a sound machine, and then it rocked them and everything, and the kids loved it. And it had even like a little thing, but we had to take the balls out because those weren't safe.
Yeah.
Well, with their foster license, and so, but it was freaking amazing. But I feel like sometimes there's, depending on your children, because I know you talked about that. Like if you only have one child, well, it's different. Like for us, we had so many kids that the
It's worth it.
investment
Yeah,
was
it's almost
worth it. And so it just kind of depends on how many children you have and
Yeah.
if it's worth the investment or not.
Those type of products, like the one, like your high chair, is a wonderful investment because you'll use it over time.
Yeah.
So like the IKEA is cheap; it's like $30.
Oh.
And so like to me, for like a parent to get a quick high chair, but that one's great too because you can use it forever.
Right.
And if you have like an apartment, that would be amazing.
Yes. So we've
Yeah.
talked about how like I like my house to be very aesthetically pleasing, and these are not. Well, they're gray, but they had like a pattern, but I was like, this is just such a great chair, and it'll be great. But at first, I thought to myself, should I buy one of those fancy aesthetically gray ones that are wooden so it matches my decor? And I didn't because I was like, that's a little too ridiculous for us because we got 5 kids, so you gotta make it
Yes.
happen. The one thing that I would recommend for older children, while I have toddlers, is Marbotics. I don't know if y'all have heard about Marbotics.
No.
So Marbotics is an educational toy, and so it hooks up to an iPad or
Okay.
to a pad, and it teaches the kids to read, and it teaches their numbers and how to count. And so you know how like screen time, obviously we want to limit the screen time that the children have. So I thought that it was a great way. So basically it's these letters, and they come in a wooden board, and it's games that the children can play. Oh, I'm not gonna hit the board. It's games that the children can play. So it'll say apple. What does
Like
apple
Osmo?
start with? Similar to Osmo,
Okay.
yes, and it's amazing. I would recommend it. It's one of those investment things, but I have 5 kids, so
Yeah.
all 5 of my
Right.
kids are gonna use it.
Yeah.
But you can literally have the numbers and the shapes, and it'll teach them how to the letters first of all, the recognition,
That is
and
really
then the
cool.
sounds, and then
Yeah.
as they're getting older, they start teaching them how to read, and the comprehension just gets bigger and bigger, and it is amazing.
We had something very similar to that called an Ayla, and it was like
I never heard of that either till you said it
Yeah, it
either.
was like a little green tablet,
Yeah.
and it was for like screen time and such. But it only had one program on it, and you could
Yeah.
not download other programs. And it was only an educational program.
Yeah.
It would teach them the sounds and their letters and numbers and songs, and they would also stop and do story times. It was really, really great.
Those
for
are always a
Boston.
good investment.
He
Anything
loved
that's
it.
going to help your kids.
Yeah.
You guys can hear in the background
Yeah.
noise.
Sorry.
Our new location has a kitchen, and so
Yes.
They're,
and
they're
they've-
legitimately having like a meal together. It's actually
Yes.
pretty
It
I
feels
love
like
it.
awesome.
It's
Taco
actually
Tuesday.
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody came in and they made tacos and like fresh guacamole, and now all the employees are being fed.
I love that.
That's incredible, and
Yes.
it looks like they're having a great time.
So we're not going to
glad
interrupt
that-
them, but you may hear them, okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. What we got, Jay?
If I talk about a baby product, I would say Noodle and Boo. I
Oh,
don't know if
he
y'all
does
ever
love
used-
Noodle and Boo.
I absolutely love Noodle and Boo.
It's like
It's
baby soap,
lotions, soaps, and everything, and it's for sensitive skin. So Thalia has eczema,
Mm-hmm.
and so I have bought in so many lotions for eczema.
It smells
and Noodle
so
and Boo
good.
is
That's
amazing.
I'm big on scents. There's a couple I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Honest, but there's a couple of their scents that I don't love. And
No,
if I
that
don't
one's
love the
good.
scent on my child,
Yeah.
It does. It smells amazing.
Smells like a baby.
Yes, it
Yeah.
smells amazing. They have lotion, shampoos, sensitive skin. They even have an ointment for like very extreme. So Talia gets very bad eczema in the back of her leg, and it
Yeah.
has been amazing. So I love Noodle and Boo.
Nice.
It's a little bit more expensive, but again, there's some things that quality over quantity.
Yes.
Right?
So we're gonna have to get ready to wrap up this episode, but we're gonna let Jay do one more, and then we will go ahead and wrap with our favorite baby products.
Baby products. I don't think this is a product, but I would say books.
Okay. Books in
Children's
general.
books. I think that
Yes.
knowledge is power, and books are so important. Like even at a young age, books can teach the children so much, and is just like an outlet that you can literally teach your children their emotions, how to process things, and if you think about books, they're fairly inexpensive, but you can build that family time to say
Oh
if
my
the kids like a
gosh.
routine, like every night we try to read to the kids and they get to pick their own book, and the love for reading, if you instill them at a young age. I didn't have that, so I really don't like to read. But with my children, I'm trying to instill that at
Right.
a young age to teach them how to read, and then they know it's a family time that we're going to read books together. And I think that the children books are
for
super.
everyone.
I will
Yes.
literally back you on that 100%. Like, I feel like read aloud. I'm very big on read aloud. So like I'll read a chapter book to my kids as they're eating lunch, and I feel like it helps with like their behaviors, gets them calmed down. So a lot of moms, they're like, well, my kids are always hectic, and I'm like, have you all read together? And that sounds so silly. It really does, but I'm telling you, kids will sit there and listen.
They will.
And like your kid can be running around and you sit on the floor with a book, they will come to you. They just gravitate. So
Right.
I love that so
And
much.
it's such a bonding experience. And then you can
Yes.
also do it as a teaching experience to say, hey, let's all crisscross applesauce. Let's use our listening ears, right? And
all
then
the
they
little
know
kids.
it's a part of our thing. And books are so important in my opinion. Like there's these 2 books that I just got, and it's called Our Bodies and This Is Our Family. And so it talks about respecting our bodies. And then the second one is This Is Our Family. So families are completely different. And so like using books to teach children the diversity or how people are completely different or the respect of their voice. Books are amazing, and knowledge is power. And if we can instill that with our children at a young age,
Yeah, absolutely.
then they will grow up kind of wanting that. And I think that even helps from a perspective like when they're older and they're in school, they're going to want to read, they're going to
Yeah.
feel
Oh, yeah.
that, and then it helps them in the long run. So I would say books.
Thank you, Jay.
Nice.
I love it.
Very nice.
Alrighty, Jay. Thank you for coming. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're going to finish with our last baby products, and then we'll wrap it up. Paige, what you got?
Long sleeve bibs.
Oh, my gosh.
Amazing. They have bibs that will cover your whole child. I'm the type of mom that doesn't want her kids to get dirty.
Right.
I want them to either be stripped down or other option because it is cold. Long sleeve bibs, and they will completely cover. They're machine
Yes.
washable. They're so easy. They just help
Yeah.
so much. If you can minimize the mess,
Yeah.
you will minimize the stress.
I love those too. And then you can use them for like crafts and stuff. I know I do for sure. And then I really, do you have a brand that you love, or you just like any in general?
I'm an Amazon 3-pack kind of girl. I
Yeah.
don't even care. If it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Do you
Yeah.
have one that you prefer?
I've only used like the IKEA one, which I really love, but I don't know. And then I like the Ryan and Rose one a lot. I really love those ones.
I
Those
didn't
are
even
really
know that
nice.
they had one. I used to use their
binkies,
pacifiers, yeah, with
That's what-
Boston.
me
but
too.
Juliet doesn't even take a pacifier.
Oh, I
now.
really love them. They're like really high quality. I don't know. But Amazon has some really great affordable ones.
Yeah, it
for
was like
sure.
$14 for a 3-pack.
If your baby's starting to eat, just get that.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it kind of like tightens around their wrist, and so like
Yeah.
the food just kind of like
seals
rolls
it
off of
in,
them. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And they even have ones that will attach to the
Yes.
entirety of the
Yes.
high chair. I don't love that one just because I feel like it.
Yeah.
I want my child to be able
able to
to
be
kind of
messy.
play around. Yeah, they have bibs too that have like the catchers on them.
I was gonna say when I became a first time mom, they were popular, and Bear
Mm-hmm.
had them. Bear would be like, he did not care about that thing. So to me, I'm like, I'd rather it just fall down.
Boston would let it all accumulate and then eat out of it. So
Bear would be like, what's this?
that goes over there.
That is a good one. Long sleeve bibs. I
What's
love
your
that.
last one?
So my shoot, which one
Got
shall I
a
pick?
couple.
I do. I guess I'll go with the portable changing pad. Like I'm big on I'm out of the house a lot. So my car becomes like a second version of me. There's got to be something in there for everything. So for me, what a portable changing pad is it unrolls big so your kid doesn't have to like lay on the floor. It's a mat. It has the diapers attached to it. It has the wipes attached to it. It has like,
Oh, nice.
yeah, I even put my first aid kit in there sometimes. To me, it's on the go. Like we're at baseball practice twice a week, co-ops and things like that. And so a portable changing pad is important. Throw it in your bag. Mine's a car one because I'll just go to my car real quick, change my
Mine
kids.
came with the diaper
Yeah.
bag.
Oh
that
yeah.
I
A lot
have.
of them do.
Yeah.
But this one specifically like holds all of this stuff because I don't always carry my diaper bag. I've been a mom a long time.
I don't either.
just
I'll be
don't.
like, here's 2 diapers and a thing of wipes. We'll be good.
Yeah.
There's that extra one.
That's what I'm saying. Like I have extra ones, but that would be mine. My honorable mention over the last couple months has been the Tush Baby. I use that
Do
a
I
lot
need one of
with
those?
Fox. So like your baby literally doesn't leave you.
She will not.
I feel
get
like
off of
you
me,
would need one.
and she hates the wraps.
Yes.
So I'm like thinking maybe I should get a
yeah,
Tush
who
Baby.
likes to be held. I've really loved it. At first, I didn't know if it was worth that splurge. But if your baby likes to be held, or you have a lot of kids, like you're up and down. So like for me, putting him there and having the weight off of me, because I'm gonna hold him anyways,
Same.
is so nice.
Well, maybe I should invest in one.
Like it's
I
really
trust
nice
Cyndi
to
when
have.
it comes to products, so maybe I should.
At this age, because like he's not quite walking, but he wants to be out and he wants to be held, and so like I've really loved it. I didn't think I would either, because I'm like, do I really need it? I really do like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, looks like I'm gonna get a Tush Baby.
So those are our products that we love. I would love to do a segment on things that are not worth your money, because I got a
Hell
long list
yeah.
of those.
Yep. We want to know what you love too.
Yeah,
Give
we
us
do.
your advice. We are not the most perfect moms on the planet.
drop
we are
it.
literally learning. And
Oh yeah, some of you are way more seasoned than us.
Yep.
Let us know what you really love, because I would love
Absolutely.
to know.
And we want to share it.
Yes.
We want all
If
the
anything
moms
you
to
want
get good
to,
stuff.
things that we have mentioned, we'll put them in the caption.
Yeah.
Because like, I know for Tush Baby, I do have an affiliate code if you'd like to use it.
Period.
Not that
Let
you
me
have to.
get
They
that.
don't pay me. They don't pay me anything. But if you use my code, then I will get something. But it just gives you guys a discount. It'll give you like 20% off or 15% off. So it's worth it. But they're not like paying me to tell y'all that.
Right,
I
right.
just have one. But anyways, we'll drop some of the things below that are important to
Put
have.
them all in the description.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So another great episode. I was comfy.
Always. We're always comfortable.
Every
in
time we
these.
film, I'm usually so hot. So like, this is
Yeah.
amazing. And thank y'all for being here. We drop every Tuesday. Don't
Every
forget,
Tuesday.
subscribe on all platforms.
On all platforms.
Until
YouTube,
next time.
Apple,
Oh, I
Spotify,
forget that part.
all of that.
TikTok, Instagram.
It's around. All of those. All right, Cyndi, go ahead.
All
Send
right,
us
guys,
out.
keep those giggles going.
And the love flowing.
And until next time,
Mom knows best.
or at least
She's trying her best.
she is. Bye, guys.